Okay, guys, welcome. Welcome. Great to see you tonight on this Tuesday afternoon. Thank you for joining us for WebBooster Batch 2. Very exciting workshop, very exciting booster that we offer here at TERN as part of the Takeoff program. So yeah, really excited for today. As always, you guys know by now, please just mute your microphone until you're asked to unmute. If you've got any questions, just ask them, or any comments, put them in the Zoom chat. And if you drop off the call, just rejoin with the same link. We're a small group today, so please do get involved, ask questions. We'll be able to answer them. And today we are talking about WebBooster. You are the second group of TERN entrepreneurs to be going through the WebBooster. So you'll be finishing off Brand Booster at the moment. And today we're going to be covering why do you need a website. We're going to be looking at what makes a great website and learning about what makes a great website. And we want to understand exactly what makes a great website. And we're going to start filling out the WebBooster brief and the WebBooster layout tool, which is the tool that we've made to help the developers we work with to understand your vision for your site. So we've got some good goals for today. I want to understand the takeaway is what makes a good website. I also want to know the real key parts of a good website. You want to start to know and to find what website template is right for you, and to start completing the WebBooster brief and the WebBooster layout tool, which I will show you later and demo later. Okay, so we've got some goals that we want to get to today. So the agenda is pretty straightforward today. I'm going to be chatting for about 40 minutes about why a good website matters. And in this time, I'll also be going through the WebBooster brief and the WebBooster layout tool. And then we're going to go into about an 80-minute breakout, hopefully, where you'll be spending a good amount of time on the WebBooster brief tool and the WebBooster layout tool, and you'll have a little break within your own breakouts. We want to really start this strong today, so we're trying to give you as much time as possible, so to be much more focused in the breakout work. So the WebBooster brief, there's some pretty key to-dos that you need to do in order to complete the WebBooster brief tool and the WebBooster layout tool. And we need to do all of this stuff before we hand it over to the developers. So there's loads of work that goes into a website. But to be honest, most of it happens before we even have a conversation with the developers. Okay? So you first need to select the template that you want to use. You need to choose a domain name that you want to use, and you need to make sure that it is available. You need to know and say what kind of pages you need for your website. You need to write all of your website content, have all of the photography for your website ready as well. You want to select the photos that you're going to use, okay? This is part of the content that you're going to be using, and you want to be using the plugins and selecting specific plugins or features for your website. Once you've done this will help you to complete and finish the WebBooster brief and to complete and finish the WebBooster layout tool. And once you've done all of these, that is the point. After this checklist is the point where we take the tools, we take the brief, we take the layout tool, and we hand it over to the developers. Now, you're probably thinking, okay, developers, WebBooster tool, coaches, mentors, what's going on? So you're going to be working to get all of this stuff done with your coach, with your mentor, but then you're going to be working with a professional developer to build your very own professional business website. We're going to be working with two amazing developers this year. We have Phil and Sam, who are both absolute experts. This is their job in creating websites. They are web designers, web developers, and they're awesome. They're great. We worked with them last year. We're working with them again this year, and they're going to help to bring your vision to life. And I just want to show you two examples of websites that I've built for TERN entrepreneurs in previous editions. Okay, so we can see here two really beautiful websites. The top one is for Team Calm, and the second one is for Agbons. One is a clothing store, an online clothing store, and the second is an online food cookery course and an information page. Two very different businesses, two very beautiful websites, okay? So just want to show you that by the end of this process, you are going to have your own website that's going to look as great as these do, okay? If not better. So it's a really exciting booster that we offer. Really excited to be doing it again this year. And yeah, you're going to be getting an amazing website at the end of it. So why does a great website matter? That might sound really simple, right? We all see websites all the time, but honestly, it's the front door to your business. Alongside your online social media, or maybe some leaflets that you hand out, it shows people who you are, what you're selling, and what exactly the business is. It's your business's entry to the world, okay? It's also often the first thing that people look at in relation to your business. People might research your business on the internet. This might be following a conversation they've had with somebody. Maybe it's something after they've met you in the street or heard from you or at a market stall. Maybe they saw it on social media, but they want to dig deeper. And they're going to look to your online presence and mainly your website to find out more. So it's really important to keep your website professional, to keep it tidy, because you don't just build a website and leave it. You're constantly updating a website. You're keeping it up to speed with where your business is, and your business is often judged by your website. So you want it to look sharp, you want it to look professional, and you want to keep it up to date so that your customers, they trust you when they see your website. And it also is a bit of a catalog. It allows you to put everything in a single place, right? Having a great website allows you to have all of your business information in one place. It allows you to keep everything from who you are, from what you do, your contact information, for people to buy products or to book services, for you to show off reviews of how amazing you are, of other customers that have bought your products or used your services and loved it. It allows you to link out to other promotional marketing. It allows you to link out to social media. It allows you to link out to one-off events. So you can use your website as a catalog of all this information, but you need to keep it up to date alongside your business. Now, as we know, we've all lived through a global pandemic and COVID has changed the entire world, right? But it's also changed how consumers are interacting with businesses. And the simple fact is that consumer habits are now changing. And the online space, the website, is becoming more important than ever, right? Think about how much online shopping you do now, whether that's a product to supermarket shopping, right? It's even on Uber Eats now. It's not a website, but people are all moving online now to get their shopping. And statistics are showing that people are starting to, and they will continue to start shopping online. And an interesting study was showing that even between 2019 and 2020, the over 70s generation was shopping online by more than 27%. So this isn't just a young generational thing or anything like that. Everybody is moving online. And it's only going to increase more and more as the internet becomes more powerful, right, in the society that we live in. So now more than ever, having a great website is really, really important. I just want to read something from a study that PwC conducted in 2021, because I found this today and I found it really interesting. More than 50% of the global consumers responding to the June 2021 PwC survey said they had used digital devices more frequently than they had 6 months earlier when they'd taken part in a prior PwC survey. And the report also finds that the use of smartphones for shopping has more than doubled since 2018. That is a huge number of people now shopping on their smartphones, right? And that's because websites are also being used on people's smartphones. But it also shows us that consumer trends are shifting to shopping online massively, right? So the world we're living in now, people they want things accessible and easy at the click of a button, at the click of the phone, click of a laptop, whatever it is. But what this is showing is that having a good website You know, being able to buy products on there or get information or contact you or book a service is more key and more important than ever. Now, I want to show you a video now from a TERN entrepreneur, someone called Usman. Some of you may know, the founder of Haven Coffee. And Usman built his website online to promote himself and promote Haven Coffee before he had a physical space. And he was using it. And he was using a software that we're going to be using in the WebBooster called Wix. And he just got a 5-minute presentation he gave us last year that I want to share with you today, right? Just listen to Usman about how easy he found it and how useful he found it as a software, and also the importance of having a good website.
Hello, everyone. Thanks, Lucas, for the introduction. I started working with TERN towards my business in late 2018. Like any other businesses in the market, I needed an online presence of my business, and that's why I built a website. So this is just an overview of my website quickly. In all these different pages, you can see two things. One is the simplicity, because this website is very simple to navigate and everything is very clear, clarity and simplicity. And the other thing is the color pattern and the consistency in the color patterns. No color pattern is out of the equation in all these pages, which is very good for the eyes and engaging for the audience as well. Moving forward, how I get started with Wix, why I chose Wix. There's some advantages and some disadvantages also using the Wix. So the advantages is it's very, very time efficient, because when I started working on my website, I didn't have much time to work towards my website. So TERN asked me to have a look on this platform, which is Wix, and it is a really, really very simple to use. It's very time efficient, and you don't need any technical skills or very less technical skills to create a website from scratch. Their customer service is very, very, very efficient, very good. And this is my own experience. Whenever I book a callback from Wix customer service, they give me a call back within 10 to 12 minutes. That's their cutoff time. So it's very efficient. There are, however, few disadvantages as well, because it's very easy to use and it's like not an open source platform. That's why it has some limitations, some limited span. So you cannot do everything in Wix, but for a startup or for a medium-sized business, it's a good platform to start with. And when you grow to a certain level, you don't have to stick with Wix forever. You can move to WordPress, which has much bigger and varied functionalities. These are a couple of my advices. First thing, why do we need a website? It's a resume of your business online. It gives you an online presence and that authenticity of your business to the audience, to the people. The website is also a way to interact with other people, the people who are coming on your website. And of course, everyone has a website. So if your competitors have a website, why don't you? I'll say that it's a gateway to something very positive, very good, but only if you design your website properly and your website resonate with your business in terms of what your business and the mission of your business is, and as well as what your branding is. So if your website resonate exactly with your business mission and your branding, then your website is a very good platform to attract audience, to attract customer. And it's also useful to have a simple website for a good customer experience as well, so they can navigate easily and they can interact with the website very easily. And this last point is self-explanatory. You can always connect your other social media and your other presence, online presence, into your website as well. Okay, these are my 3 tips. Number 1 is trust the process, which is when I started with TERN, TERN didn't have this option of WebBooster, but you guys are kind of lucky in this way that TERN is providing you with technical support and help. But having said that, you need to at least create some kind of sketch that what you need from your developers to do for you. They are not going to give you ideas. The idea will be yours. They're just going to develop the website for you, and then they are going to hand it over to you, and you will be responsible for the website yourself. One last thing, if you don't keep it updated, if you don't make slight changes, it will get boring. The people will not go to your website again and again. It's always advisable to keep changing slight changes into your website. You need to update it because of some different market trends. Keep analyzing the market trends, keep analyzing your competitors, and keep bringing new offers, keep adding the content which is engaging, because that is what a website is. A website should be an interactive and engaging website to be a successful website. Otherwise you will be wasting your time and resources. That's it from my side. Thank you.
Great, thank you, Usman. It was almost like he was in the room with us. But as he was saying, and very, very, very rightfully, you know, if you don't keep up to date a website, then, you know, what's the point? You've got to. It's an interactive thing. It's a live thing. And Usman was also talking about Wix that he used, and he talks about some limitations, which you know are totally fair enough. However, what he does says, which is key, is that Wix is a great and easy to use platform as an entry for your first website to get into the market, right? And that's why we use Wix at TERN, is because we think it's a brilliant tool to be able to use. The developers are amazing at designing Wix websites, and we actually think Wix's functionality is brilliant, especially for early stage startups, right? And the best thing is we have a 75% discount for TERN entrepreneurs. That is huge, okay? So it's a 75% annual discount for TERN entrepreneurs. Websites are not free. That is the reality. And you will need to put some money into the website to have a good one. You can get a free plan on Wix, but you do get then adverts. You can't connect a domain name. It doesn't look as professional if you pay for it. However, if you look at some of these different pricing plans, okay, that Wix have, you can see how much of a saving you're making with the TERN 75% discount, right? So we have most of them will have all of them will have built-in templates, and if you pay for it, you can always connect a domain. So we have website plan unlimited, we've got the business basics and the business unlimited. You can work with your TERN coach and with your mentor to understand what you actually need, because you don't always need the top end one. You can find something in the middle as well, depending on what you want to be doing. So the big one here is the e-commerce feature. It doesn't exist here on the website plan unlimited, but on the business basics and the business limited, you have that, right? So if you e-commerce features is if you want to be selling something online, okay? The telephone support line is with Wix, and the unlimited bandwidth is really important, and that's where it's also worth paying for. Because have you ever been on a website and the loading time is so slow? It's quite frustrating. You know, you're not 100% sure whether it's working, and this, that, the other. The unlimited bandwidth with Wix means your customers are not going to encounter that problem. Now, websites have storage features as well, and so it's very much you get a little bit more of what you pay for, right? So when you pay a bit more, you get more storage, okay? You also get different integrations that Wix have designed. They give you a bit more for more that you pay. You can have two types of Wix subscriptions. You can have one for freelancers, and there are 4 different plans, I think, off the top of my head, and one for businesses. You can choose which one you want. The businesses often have more of an e-commerce feature. They have booking systems, if you're looking for a booking system that you can integrate into the website. They're sometimes a little bit more expensive. However, again, if we look at the Business Unlimited, which is usually £204 a year, that's £51 for TERN entrepreneurs. That is an absolute bargain. It's half the price of the website plan unlimited, okay? So talk with your TERN coach, we can talk with the developers, and we can look at the best offer for you. You can also connect your domain name. The domain name is the www.bit, and you can connect it and buy it through Wix. So you can see on Wix whether your domain name that you want is taken. Because maybe you want www.hotels.com, that's probably going to be taken. In fact, it definitely is, because there is a hotels.com. But you can check on Wix exactly what domain is available and what you can buy. And they often give you a voucher that allows you to have a domain name for free for the first year, because that's another thing. If you want a domain name, you need to own it. And to own it costs a little bit of money, okay? But they connect it. But with this discount, the savings are huge. And there are so many ins and outs of it. But once you start designing your WebBooster brief and your website and your layout tool, you'll understand what functionality you'll need and how much you might be needing to pay for your website. But the amazing news is we have a 75% off discount, as I've said, with our social mission partner Wix for the first year for TERN entrepreneurs using Wix, going through the WebBooster. So let's recap as to why you need a good website and what is a good website. A good website builds trust in your brand. You want to have a brand and somewhere where everyone can see it and where people are interacting with it. Customers want to see a feel a good brand and website. Something that's going to look great, something that's going to make you trust you, and something that's going to make them want to use your business. You also use your website to communicate your message. This is the best place to communicate your message. Who are you? But also from the simple strapline, the about us, it gives the user the information, right? But also the tools to be able to choose where they go on your website, and you can choose what message you want to give to your customers. It informs your customers. It shows them who you are. It puts your business right in front of them. It enables your customers to take action. And what I mean by this is it makes your customers buy your product, buy a service, get in contact, book a class with you. Your website's the front door that makes them take action with your business. And it's also an enjoyable experience. And also, as Usman said, 99% of your competitors are going to have a website. If you don't, then chances are that your potential customers will go to people who have a website, right? If you don't have a website, you might lose customers. Even if you don't think you need one, maybe your business is entirely offline, right? But you still should have a presence, a website to be able to show your customers who you are, because you don't just sell in person, right? That doesn't mean you have to sell online, but you also need to show your brand and sell your brand online. So the WebBooster steps at TERN, there are 5 steps, okay, in going to create your website. We're at number 1, brief and layout. And this is where you're going to do most of the work to get all of the assets and everything ready that I mentioned earlier, including your WebBooster brief and your layout tool and the to-do list to the developer. You're then going to work, you'll work with your mentor and your coach to get quite a lot of work together and ready to then be able to submit to Sam and to Phil, the developers. And Sam and Phil will go away and make a first draft on your website, and they will share it back with you. You'll then get feedback on this draft, right? You will be able to give feedback on this draft, make any changes that you want to the site. Maybe something's in the wrong place, maybe you don't like something, maybe you want to change something. You can do that, and we will give it back to the developer. The developer will then finalize these changes, and this is when you need to activate your payment plan and also buy the domain name to connect it to your website. And we will give that to the developer, and they will be able to connect everything to make your website live. And finally, you need to have updated terms and conditions and privacy policy. This is a legal requirement, and by law, you need this for anybody using your website. So this is the final step before your website can go live. Overall, we think this is a 3 to 4 week development from start to finish. Now, with the launch fair coming up in March, we really want to be finishing these briefs as soon as possible, getting everything ready so that you have a great website for launch. It gives enough time for the developers to build this website. right? So we want to be working on this now. Now, to help demonstrate to the developers your vision, we're going to be using two tools which we've made, and they're in all your Google Drive folders. The first one is the WebBooster Brief tool. And this is where you will show the developers your site scope. You're going to tell them about the business, you'll show them your brands, and you'll tell them what product or service offerings you have. And this is where you put all the main overarching information in terms of mapping out the website in the brief. And we also have the WebBooster layout tool, which is in Google, I'm totally blank, not Google Sheets, the other one, Google Slides, sorry, Google Slides. And this is where you show the developers how you want your website to look, but also it's where you put all the written content, it's where you put the photos so they know what you want to put on your website. Now, with the written content, you have been writing your business plan tools. A lot of what you have already in there can be amplified and edited and put into the written content on the website, right? So you don't need to start entirely from scratch. You can take it from the business plan tool and you can edit it and update it and work with your mentor and your coach on this. So as you're developing the brief and the layout tool, the three really important areas to consider when you're building a good website. Think about these areas for your business to make your website stand out from the crowd. The first one is user experience. How does a user interact with your site? You want your site to be simple, to be easy to use. You don't want it to be really complicated, where things are super hard to find. So think about your user when you're designing your site. The second one is features. What special features does your website have to promote your business? Is it a payment gateway? Is it a booking system? You want to have features to promote your business in the right way and to maximize your customer engagement and your customer reach. And finally, your website is where you show off your brand, okay? And the brand consistency is what really shows throughout your website. So what is the user experience? Well, the user experience is how people find things and interact with your site. And as I said, you want to make it as easy as possible. It's the same, imagine someone going to the shop. If you walk into a shop and you can't find anything and you're looking for something, it's a bit annoying and you're probably going to leave, right? You want to go in and have that journey that's super smooth and you can find things really easy on your website. This is what people want. They want to find things quickly. They want to find things easily. They want ease. They want to be able to navigate throughout your website and be interested and genuinely want to be there. They want to have a good time. If you think about it, have you ever been on a website and thought, God, I really just want to leave? It's because it's confusing. There's too much information at you. You can't find anything. It's frustrating. You want people to feel welcome. You want them to feel almost personalized content towards them as if you're speaking to them. And you want them to feel kind of welcomed and kind of cared for. And everything you're offering to your users should be easy to find. It should flow easily, and it should make it easy for your customers to make a decision about buying a product, signing up to a newsletter, right? And they should be feeling like they're almost speaking directly to the business and that you're welcoming them there. And one way to do this is through a website map, right? This is where you can make people feel really comfortable because it helps them to navigate through your website. You want the process to be as easy as possible for the user. Now, you can do that through laying out what it is that you want to show to your customer, right? And how much you want to organize this through different pages, what we call pages. And by pages, what I mean are different areas of your website where you store different bits of information for your customer to see. So some examples of different pages might be a home page. And this could be the central page of your website where people will always go back to. If they get a bit lost, they'll go back to the home page. And the home page often includes all the other landing pages as well, all the other pages on the website. So you have a short description of who you are and what you do and a brief explanation of your services and products and perhaps some bullet points on how you can help your potential customers or clients. We recommend an about page as well, because People do business with other people. They don't just do business with business, right? People want to feel like they're talking to another person. And so people like to know about the company. How was it born? Why is it there? What happened? What's the story of the founder? What's the story of the company? So this page should give a brief summary as to who you are, your company history, and what is your company's unique selling point that makes you so different and so great. A products and services page. What is it that you offer? This is so essential to tell your customers what it is that you actually offer. A frequently asked questions page. Sometimes people have questions, or you might get common questions. You can have one of these pages and people can navigate to it, and it helps people feel secure when they're making a purchase. They know about refund policies, they know about different parts of your business, and they can go there and check out questions. Testimonials and reviews. This is a great way to show off positive feedback that your business has received, and it can really help to make that final sale and build that trust with your customer. A contact page, so important, because this is how customers get in touch with you. It's also a good place to include any social media links, any further marketing, right? You might want a blog or a media page where you link to social media again, or you have a blog where you've written things. Maybe you want to share press as well as another page, where you want to write about any updates for your business. Now, you don't have to have every single one of these pages in the WebBooster brief tool, which I'll demo slightly shortly. You can see here that we have put what we think might be some essential pages that you need, but also giving you the options for extra pages that you may want. You don't have to fill that out, right? But you may want to include some extra pages depending on your business, okay? Some websites have loads of pages, others don't. And it's up to you to include what you need to. And remember, include what you need. Don't just include everything, okay? Think about what you actually need to tell your customer, okay? Now, alongside the pages, you also want to consider other aspects of your user's experience. So remember, draw them in, interact with them, with the pages, make it easy to navigate, but you also want the user experience to consider maybe being mobile ready, right? As the study said, so many people are now on mobiles. And that's two areas of your website. You have a desktop, a laptop, or computer version of your site, and a mobile version. Now, the great news is that Wix has a feature built in, which makes sure your website is mobile ready, and the developers are amazing and so experienced in building websites that are fit for mobile. But that being said, keep in mind the mobile user. It's really hard to read lots and lots and lots of text on a mobile. So if people are going to be interacting on a mobile mainly, perhaps you want to have a little bit less text and maybe some more images or more videos. So always consider your user. Easy to use. Part of the pages, part of spending time thinking about what you need is to make it easy to use. I know it sounds simple. I know I've said it already, but your website should flow and it should be intuitive. And you want to put different areas of your website together so it makes sense, okay? You want to be putting the homepage with a bit of information and then followed very quickly by the about page, because that makes sense. What are you? How do I find out more? Think about your user. Where would you want to go next in their journey? Okay. People need to navigate different areas. Need to make sure it's easy to go between pages. Calls to action. Ultimately, your website is where your prime customers are going to be, right? But you also want to convert potential customers and prime customers into actual customers. So you need calls to action. Maybe it's a buy now button that hovers on your page at any time. Maybe it's a sign up to your newsletter. Now, you don't want to overwhelm them with pop-ups and calls to action because it can be quite frustrating, but you do want to give them some calls to action to draw them in, because if they see a buy now button, maybe they'll just click it and you'll convert them into customers and bring new ones in. And you want your website easy to find. Not only do you want things easy to find on your website, but you also want your website to be easy to find. Use a good domain name. Don't use one with loads of special characters and hashtags and this, that, the other that people can't find. You want it to be simple. You want it to be the name of your business as well, right? So it's very simple and it's easy to find. And you also need some keywords called for the search engine optimization, also known as SEO, right? And these keywords are how people find you on Google or on other search engines. You don't want to be on page 21 of a search engine. You want to be up the top. So you need to have some keywords as to how people can find you, right? So what are the keywords for your business? This is also in the WebBooster brief here. So here you can choose what is your type of website, right? You can choose the platform, which is going to be Wix. The template, you can look at the different templates. There's hundreds on Wix. We've narrowed it down for you to what we think are the best 5 templates, and you can choose one there based on your industry. What's your domain name? Make sure it's available, but make sure it's a good one as well. Make sure it's a good one as well. One that is based on your business names is kind of what you want for your domain name. SEO, what are your 3 keywords, your 3 phases? How are people going to find you? And you also want to link out on this page to the photo folders, which I'll talk about shortly, but also the layout for Google Slides. So the developer can go there directly from the brief tool, okay? Features, they're add-ons that make your website stand out from the crowd, and they help promote your business, and they're really essential. They draw in the user, and it's what makes them become customers, and it makes them engage with your business from your website. You need to have features on your website. Now, what kind of features might you have? Okay, there's lots of different ones, but maybe a pop-up. Now, these are often marketing pages, and a pop-up is hidden from the main page. So they pop up with a one-time offer if that person buys today. Maybe they get a discount code, or maybe it's asking to sign people up to a newsletter, or maybe it's saying contact us, right? You want to use these, but sparingly, because pop-up pages can frustrate and annoy the user, but you also need to draw them in. So think about it, right? What is it you want to say to your user, to your customer, to convert them into a customer with a pop-up? Customer interaction. Customers want to know they can get in touch with the business if they need to. This could be a contact form, it could be a live chat system, right? It could be a booking system, it could be a request to call back, but a customer wants to interact with the business. It wants to do it through the website, but it doesn't just want to be on the website, it also wants to know that it can contact the business if it needs something. Have you ever been on a website and you can't find any contact information? It's so frustrating. You've got a question, you want to ask something, and you can't find how you actually get in contact with that person, right? Customers want to know that they're being listened to and that they can get in contact with you. Social media integration. Your website needs to stay up to date. As Usman said, as I've said, but the chances are that your social media sites might be kept more up to date than your website because it's easier, because they show what's happening in real time. Now you can link your socials to your website so that as you update your socials, your website stays updated too. But don't forget to update your website, but use this social media integration, right, to promote on your website, because people like a buzz, they like real time, they like seeing what's happening right now, and social media is a great way to show that on your website. Payment gateways. This is so important. If you're selling anything on your site, you need a payment gateway. But your payment gateway can also be a donation button if you're a not-for-profit. Or your payment gateway could also be book a service. These are really crucial add-ons and features, and one that you will need if you're selling products online or if you're selling a service online. And again, in the WebBooster booth, we have these features where you can have a look and you can click on the drop down here. There's loads of different features you can choose from, and you can say to the developer exactly what it is you want. You can explain how you're going to use it, and you can link to the relevant plugin if you know which plugin you want. So maybe you're linking to your Google Calendar and you want to integrate your Google Calendar right through a booking system, and you can link that plugin right there, and you can tell the developer that's what you want to do. Okay. Content. Now, this is one of the key things of any website, and this is honestly what takes a very long time sometimes. I don't want to overwhelm you, but the content is both the written content, it's the script that tells the story, it's also the images that you're showing, it's the videos, it's all the multimedia, and it's the products that you're selling, right? So website content is so important, and you want the content to be organized, You want it to be coherent. You don't want it to be all over the place and crazy. You want it to be content, like the cat on the right? So you want people to feel calm, and you want that, this is telling your story and it's telling everybody what's going on the website. Content is anything from writing forms for people to fill out, writing contact us forms, sourcing videos, photos for the website, including links to your social media profiles, your products and services, the photos that are part of that as well, how much do they cost, and writing your story and writing what you want to say on the website. This is all content. And we've made places for you to put this content. So you can fill it out here by linking to your social media is one place, right? With a login email, the password, so that the developer knows exactly what social platforms you want to connect to your website, okay? But also in the WebBooster layout tool is where you can put all your written content. You can also move things around and you can put pictures in here. So you can show the developer exactly what you want written and where, okay? But also where you want, what you want as a picture, a slider up here, what you want as a picture here and here. Now, the really important thing is that you save all the multimedia, the videos, the images, in a Google Drive folder in your Google Drive that says WebBooster Photos, so you can share that with the developer. And the reason why is because if a developer sees a picture here, they can't download it to be high resolution enough. But if they see the text you've written here, they see the photo, they can go into the folder in your Google Drive. And when they build the website, they can see the high-res photo, download it, upload it with the right text as to what you want. Now, you can move this around as much as you like, okay? It's a layout tool. You can either use it just as you like and let the developer design it, or you can do it yourself and move things around. The developer will try to make it as accurate as possible, and they'll take all the text from here. Now, I want to show you what a finished version looked like of the template of the WebBooster layout tool. So as you can see, we've got all the written content here. There's the logo up there. There's the headline up here with the picture in the background. We've got a contact us. We've got what's happening. We have a few extra boxes down here along the top, exactly what's going on. Okay, so the developer got this, and it's a guide for them, but they know they can copy this content and copy and paste really easily for all the written stuff. And they know it needs to be there. So let's have a look at what the final website looked like compared to this. Okay, this is the layout. This is the final professional end, right? You can see it obviously doesn't look like it's on a Google slide. It looks like a website, but all the text that was wanted here and here and here is now reflected here, as is the contact us button. And it's the same for all this text down here, but I didn't have enough space to put on an extra slide. So that is that's what the finished website looked like. And this was actually made by Phil, one of the developers. Products. This is also content. You're selling products on your website. You want to say what they are and what is the description of them for the site. Now, this is back in the WebBooster brief, okay? So you want to say what the product is, but you also need to say what's the description and describe the product. You want to say if it's a bespoke item, how many are in stock, or what kind of variations there are, right? By variations, is it size? Is it color? What is it? Can it be customizable? What's the call to action? Is it buy now? Is it pay? Is it shop? What's the call to action? How much does it cost? And you want to link here a photo so the developer knows, but then link out to the Google Drive folder so they can upload the high resolution, okay? That is part of the content, and this is in the WebBooster brief. The same for services. What's the service offering if you're running services? What is it? Give a description so your customers know, but that needs to go on the website. What's the call to action? Is there a cost involved? Okay, so we've got book now. Maybe it's a contact us and there's no cost yet. What's the cost involved? Is there a photo? Maybe there isn't, it's okay. and any additional information. So maybe the additional information is saying that to the developer, this class can be booked every Tuesday at 5:30 every week. Then the developer knows, okay, this can be booked every Tuesday. There are 10 spaces. Then they can make an integration to a booking system that is every Tuesday at 5:30 with 10 spaces. Okay, so you need to say exactly what that is for the developer. Okay. Finally, website is where you show off your brand, right? You want your brand to shine through your website, and you want the developer to be using the correct brand pack, the correct logos, the correct colors, the correct photos that you want for your website. And they're using the right font, because consistency is key to any brand, but also any good website. And here in the WebBooster Brief tool, you can put a link to the final brand assets folder. When you finish the brand booster, you'll get a brand assets folder. Okay, so you can link out here. But you can also put what actually is in this folder, okay? So the developer knows what they're using. We create this tick box here so they know what to use. And if you find another website you like, why don't you jump in here and put something that you like about it and explain to the developer, a bit like a mood board kind of thing, right? Some references. Why did you like this website? That also gives them some inspiration as to how they might be able to take your vision and take your inspiration and create your website for your business. Now, the final aspect of WebBooster is the terms and conditions and privacy policy. It's a legal requirement. You have to have both, and it's updated because depending on your website, you're going to have a different terms and conditions and a different privacy policy depending on what you do on your website. The great news is we have an amazing partnership with NetLaw, and the director of NetLaw, Thomas Taylor, who is more than happy to write terms and conditions and privacy policy for all TERN entrepreneurs and their websites. He is a great guy, really amazing offer he's giving us. And as the final stage of the WebBooster, after the feedback sessions, after the final draft, after your website's ready, your TERN coach is going to set up a call between you, Thomas, and your TERN coach to discuss the website, to discuss the business model, and to discuss your business and what you're doing on your website. And he will then go away, write the terms and conditions and privacy policy for you to make sure you're trading safely and legally. And once that's done, we'll give it to the developers who will upload it to your site, and you will then have the final handover call to make your site live and your site real. So that's the final stage of it. Now, I just want to quickly show you, I'm aware of time, I've gone a little bit over, but I just want to quickly show you exactly the WebBooster brief and a few other tools that we've made at TERN. So can everyone see my screen okay? We see the Notion page?
Yep, all good, Lucas.
Thanks, Kitty. So here in Takeoff 2021-2022, if you go to the watch and read section, and I'll post the link now in the chat, and you go to tools and guidance, guides for TERN entrepreneurs, I'm going to pop that link in the chat so you have it. You go to Guides for TERN Entrepreneurs, you come down, and we have all things websites. And what I've done is we've made different pages that show some website inspiration options, right? But also a video about some other videos and information that we're showing around websites. But also, if you're thinking, how do I get icons and stock photography? We've linked out free stock photography areas here that you can go to as well, and some great free stock photography there that you can use and find for your website. Maybe you need some inspiration. There's loads of articles, there's loads of industries out there, specific industries that you can use, and go and have a look at how other people do it. That's the best research. Go and get some inspiration from how other businesses have done it. Have a look, platform specific links, okay? Some training that's going on here, templates, FAQs as well, on different platforms. All right, and that's all there. And also we've got some other links to the last WebBooster there. We've got Usman's there. We've got this needs to be updated to a 75% discount. And that will be, you know, explaining how we actually do the discount and when we'll get there. Okay, so use this Notion page. It's got a load of information. Now, this is the WebBooster brief template, which I've shown you all the pages already, but this is what it looks like. So here we have, as I went through, the planning area. What pages do you need here? The plugins and the features. There are little drop-down menus that you can choose here. Again, this is another little drop-down, so you can choose exactly how you want this to be. These are tick boxes, which you can tick and untick. Here we've got links to what we recommend as four great templates you can check out. If you want to go and check out whether your domain name's available, there's a little note with a website here that you can copy and go and check out the domain name. Put in here the link. What is your type of platform? Is it e-commerce? Is it food and beverage? Is it just information? Are you booking? What is it? Tell us what your website is. And you navigate it down here. Okay, so there's lots of tabs down here. Give the developer some information about the business. It helps them know what kind of a website they're making. Your brand assets are here, right? So what fonts are you using? Again, these are tick boxes. You can put down what you like about the websites here, more detailed things. Put a link to your brand assets folder, which you'll all get once you finish Brand Booster. Products and services. So we've got product offerings here. We've got service offerings here. Feel free to delete the top row. This is just an example. And if you don't have any products, you don't have any services, you can leave it blank. It's fine, right? I don't think anyone won't, but maybe you don't. But if you don't have any products and you only have services, or you only have products and no services, just do what you need to do and you can leave these bits blank. We'll know. And the admin details, right? This is where you put the link to your social medias. And the reason why we do it in here is to keep it safe and secure, because only the TERN team, your mentor, and the developer will have access to this, okay? But also we're going to need payment gateway details once you choose a payment gateway, and the developer will need to have this access of your Wix account to be able to link your Wix account with your premium subscriptions, and they build it on their own Wix account and then they link it to yours. Okay, so that's the WebBooster brief. Everybody has a copy, and this is the layout tool. So what you'll see here, right, is we've given some pages. We have a home page, we have an about us page, we have a contact us page, we have a products and services page. You can make as many pages as you like. We've only done 4, but you can really easily just copy, right? You can go copy and you can click paste, and you have exactly the same page. And maybe now you have a testimonials page, okay? And that's a new page that you've made. That's fine. The other great thing about this is, as it says here, extra photos, drag and drop, you can move things around. You can write your main text in here. You can say, you know what? I've only got 1 photo on this page, and I want it to be really long, and I want this photo to be in the middle there, okay? You can move it around. It's yours, right? You can put whatever pages you want up there, okay? We kind of recommend having a brand logo up there and a contact us, so there is some inspiration there. And we recommend having contact details at the bottom. You can also put your social media icons where you like, and you can do that for each page. Okay, so this is in everyone's folder, and it's up to you. It's your inspiration, but really importantly, this is where you put the main text. This is where you put the content, right? But you need to put the photos here, but link out to a separate folder so the developer knows what photo this is, but also knows that they can go to that folder and they can download it. All right. And again, if you need the inspiration, check out Harche's website, which is here. So I can scroll down and you can see, let's look at the next bit. All of this text there, which is on the website, where did it come from? It came from here. Okay, so if we zoom in, we can see all of this is exactly the same as the text on the website. All of these buttons are the same as the buttons here. All of this stuff with the book the meeting and this is the same here. Okay, so that's the example. Feel free to check it out. These are the two tools. They're yours to use. And if you have any questions at all, right, your mentor, your TERN coach, we are here to help. And that's it from me. So now we're going to go into a 1 hour breakout. Please take a break in between, right? Please take a break in between. We've gone through everything and it's time. It says 80 minutes, it's going to be 60 minutes. So take a break after half an hour, take a break after 15 minutes, take a break now as you wish. Have a 5-minute break in your breakout. Start choosing the template. Start looking at what photos you need. Start writing your website content. Start filling out the WebBooster brief. Start what pages do you need, okay? Start choosing your domain name, see if it's available. Start thinking about the plugins that you need. Start your to-do list to be able to complete your WebBooster brief and your layout tool, all right? And remember, really good tip, make a folder for your WebBooster with photos, but also use your business plan. Take some of the stuff you've written in your business plan already, copy and paste it and rewrite it in the WebBooster layout tool. All right, so we're going to break out for an hour, start working on that. It's in your Google Drive. Hey guys, welcome back. Just a final words before we close for the night is just to say that another great thing about Wix is all of the online training that is available, and they have such an amazing library out there when you set up your account, but on YouTube as well and on Wix, where you can watch actually how to make the most of your site. So once you've actually done the handover, once you have your website, once it's live, you can have access to all of this training, and you can make the most of it as to how you can actually make the most of your Wix site. And the really exciting thing is our final DigiSkills session, which is in March, is going to be all about how to manage your Wix site and having an expert tell you how to manage your Wix site and the best way to do it, these tips, these tricks. But as part of the final handover call as well, Phil and Sam will go through a handover call for you to show you the back end of the website, to show you how to change images, to show you how to keep it up to date. And it is quite simple, it's quite straightforward. So there's lots of training out there. There'll be a handover call for half an hour with the developers, but we're also planning an exciting DigiSkills session in March that will be all about managing your Wix website. So once this is done, you're not alone. You'll have good training. We'll give you some training. And you'll be able to take that forward after takeoff as well, so that your business still has a brilliant site and you can maintain that awesome site. That's it from me. Thank you for joining. And as always, please leave some feedback. I'd love to get any feedback on the workshop, get some feedback on anything. Give me feedback on anything, but mainly on the workshop, but also on the tools that are there, how you're finding everything. And as always, there's a lot of stuff to do with WebBooster, but if you have any questions, just ask your TERN coach. Your mentor is there to work with you. Your TERN coach is there to work with you every step of the way as we go forward to build these awesome websites. And I can't wait to see the end results. Please scan this QR code, go to bit.ly/TERN feedback, fill out some feedback. I'd love to hear what we're doing right what we're doing wrong and where we can do it better. But that's it from me. Thank you guys. I hope you had a good session. Thank you for staying an extra minute, and see you very soon.
Thank you, Lucas. This was a great session. Thank you.
Thanks, Kitty.
Thank
Have a great
you.
evening. See
Bye.
you later. Bye.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night.
Yeah.